Okay, today we're going to do a review of this. This is the ESYNIC or ESYNIC, ESYNIC voice recorder. I bought this on Amazon. I bought it on the strength of the reviews actually. It has a lot of good reviews, although I did notice that a lot of those reviews are paid reviews or sponsored. So a lot of people took a free one of these or a discounted one of these in exchange for a review. This review isn't like that. This review is going to be completely unbiased. I paid for this with my own money. I'm not going to pretend this is just a straight unboxing because, as you can see, I've already unpacked this once and I've had a play with it. The manual has been chewed by the dog. There you go. Anyway, let's have a look at what we get in the box. You get a manual which is in English and actually is quite easy to understand. You get the sound recorder device itself. It actually feels really rather nice. It's solid metal construction. It's smaller than I thought it would be. Actually, I didn't bother looking at the dimensions on the review and I thought maybe it would be twice this size and feel a bit plasticky. But actually it feels really nice and solid and it's a lovely little size that just fits in your hand. Anyway, so there's a telephone adapter with a telephone cable. So this thing can be plugged in line with a telephone and then a jack plug goes in there. There's a jack to jack plug, so you can take a line out of other devices and a line in, or you can do a line out of this telephone adapter. There's a pair of earbud earphones. They look a bit cheap and nasty actually, so I shan't bother with those. There's a USB, micro USB charging and data cable, and there's a little lapel tie mic type of thing as well. What we're doing on this video is I've got 3 recording sources eventually. So I'm recording on my HTC 8X mobile phone. I'm also recording on my Nikon Coolpix S7000 digital camera. This is the camera that I use on most of my videos lately. And in a moment we'll record on this device as well, and then we can switch between the 3 audio tracks and we can see which one we like the best. So let's switch it on. So it's got a little switch on the side there that you switch it on, a physical slide switch. There's a headphone socket there and an external mic socket and line in, and a micro USB port which is for charging the device and for transferring the data off. There's no SD card, it's not replaceable memory, so you fill up the 8 gig of memory and then you've got to empty it off of the micro USB to your computer. When you plug it in, it just appears as external storage like every other device that's USB connected. So let's put it on record. It's got several recording modes and we will try them one at a time. So what I'm going to do, I've got a sock here, I'm just going to place it like that, pointing towards me so that it can record my voice. So we will start off in HQ, which is high quality mode. And we will record. It's about maybe a 3 or 4 second delay in between pressing the record button and when it starts to record. So let's put that there on the sock. And okay, so now on the video I'm going to switch to this source, and this is my voice recorded in HQ mode on the ESYNIC audio recorder. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Okay, so let's just stop that recording. So that's the first one. It's saved that file. Now we'll change the mode and we'll put it on LP, which is long play. This is for recording lower quality but longer duration. So here we go. So let's just check it is actually recording. It is. Okay, so this is on the long play mode. This is a recording of my voice in long play mode. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Okay, and then we'll try the third mode, which is PCM. So there we go, and yes, and then record. Okay, so this is PCM mode. Wait for it to start recording. And this is a test of my voice being recorded in PCM mode. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Okay, so there we go. Okay, we'll stop the video there. I'm going to go off and edit this bit together. And then I'll have a listen to the 3 different file types we've got there, and I'll have a look at the stats, the properties of them when they come across into my computer, and I'll come back and record another little segment which will also have my opinion of the recording quality of this device. Okay, so I've edited the first part of that video and I listened back to those recorded samples that we made in the 3 different modes, and I would say the LP mode is really rather poor quality. It's mono. Obviously you get a lot more recording time on your 8 gig of memory for that, but I would have said probably that mode is not much use for anything other than maybe dictating things that you're intending to type back. It's not suitable for recording anything that you're going to retain as audio. The HQ mode I think probably is good enough for recording meetings or something like that, recording things that you might want to keep an audio record of. And the PCM mode actually is as good as, if not slightly better, than the audio on my Nikon camera. A little bit less hiss, I think, than my Nikon camera, but probably a little bit less depth. Some of that may have been the distance I was holding the microphone from my mouth, so I will experiment with this a little bit. I think I'll probably get a sock to go on it, and I'll experiment with different positions and so on. So all in all, not a bad machine. Let's put the stats up. So I've put them earlier on back in the video, but here they are on screen again now. This is the actual recording quality that you get from the 3 different modes of recording. If you want to have a closer look at that, just pause the video right now. So, other things to say about this, it has actually got quite a lot of configuration options in there. You can configure the headphones so that you can hear the audio pass through. There's like a monitor on it, so you can actually hear the level of the audio as it's being recorded. You're hearing the input, not the actual recording, obviously. The other thing is you can configure the little red LED not to stay lit when it's recording. I presume that might be useful if you didn't want to draw attention to the fact that you're recording. Other options, you can configure it for looped playback, a few other things. Anyway, so all in all, I would have said £15 for this device, which is what I paid, just over £15, is actually rather good value. It's a nice little machine. I think I can think of a couple of different ways I'd want to use that. I probably will use it for voiceover on some of my how-to videos perhaps in future, and I think I might well use it for recording meetings as well. So there we go, that's the ESYNIC or ESYNIC, I don't know how to say it, but that's available on Amazon, and there's a link in the video description. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed that, please consider subscribing. I hope to see you again soon.